Hello, this is Basic Electronics Engineering. The course code is EC201. The contact hour is 3 lecture classes. The total contact hour is 36 hours. The credit point of this subject is 3. Myself, Dr. Indranath Sarkar. I am the Associate Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering of GIS College of Engineering, Kolladi. This course has 4 number of outcomes. We expect the students will be at the end of the course the student will be able to demonstrate PN junction diode, ideal diode, diode models and its circuit analysis, application of diode and special diodes. The student also will be explained how operational amplifiers are modeled and analyzed, and to design operational amplifier circuits to perform operations such as integration, differentiation on electronic signals. The students must analyze the concept of both positive and negative feedback in electronic circuits and its applications. The student must develop the capability to analyze and design simple circuits containing nonlinear elements such as transistors using the concept of load lines, operating points and the incremental analysis. This course is comprised of 6 number of modules. Each module has the number of class limited, that is 5 number of class assigned to module 1 on basic semiconductors, 7 contact hour assigned to module 2 on PN junction diode and its applications. Module 3 has 8 contact hour on bipolar junction transistor. Module 4 has field effect transistor to describe within 6 contact hour. 8 contact hour assigned to module 5 where feedback and operational amplifier will be discussed, and the 2 contact hour assigned to module 6 where the cathode ray oscilloscope will be discussed. This is the prerequisite required for basic electronics engineering. Normally prerequisites are essential to understand a certain course. In this case, as the students are entering after class 12 into BTech courses and the basic electronics engineering is studied in the first year, so here we expect the basic course of electronics engineering progress from the fundamentals of electricity, direct current, devices and circuits, series and parallel circuits, to the study of active and passive components, Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law, as well as Ampere's law. In the modern electronics part of the physics in the 10+2, all these items have been taught. So students should recapitulate these theory as well as mathematical formula before going to opt for basic electronics engineering. So therefore Kirchhoff's law, especially the Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law as well as Ampere's law, have plenty of applications in the design part of electronics devices, because basic electronics circuit is normally tells about the component description. That means there are several components exist in basic electronics engineering subject. All these components are defined, its characteristics defined, as well as the combination of such component may produce complex circuitry, and the categories of circuit and its input and output characteristics all have been defined. So basic electronics is an important subject. Here students are going through the description and characteristics of all these components, so that in future whenever they are interested about circuit realization, they shall recall about the characteristics they have studied in basic electronics engineering. And for this subject, the data sheet validation of each of these components are required to be carried out by the student, because some component whatever studied has limited features to be explained within the class, and there are detailed feature exists in the datasheet. If the student is interested to create some model, then student should deal with datasheet, the how to see the datasheet, and how what are the parametric values required to observe from the datasheet will be discussed in the class. So basic electronics engineering is one of the important subject for any engineering domain, because uh, nowadays there are many interdisciplinary projects are going on in which some electronic circuitry exists. So irrelevant of the department, electronic circuit may be applied to many issues. So that is why basic electronics has contribution about the basic characteristics understanding for those components. So students must give full attention about the characteristics as well as description, mathematical equation whenever discussed for each of the components. Now in the course outcome and program outcome mapping, we are seeing that there are 12 number of program outcomes which are mapped to the course outcome statements. So here, as 4 number of course outcome statement exist for basic electronics engineering, they are having different weightages assigned to each of the column of program outcomes. And here 3 depicts the high weightage assigned for a certain mapping, and 2 means the moderate linking, and 1 stands for the least linking. And when there is no link, it is kept vacant with a dash line. Now basic electronics is the foundation engineering subject, as well as it is the basic engineering subject. It has the uses of modern tools regarding the simulation of the circuits, as well as it has long-term relation to the student regarding the implementation of projects. So it's a lifelong learning weightage is very high, as well as various surrounding that is applications in the surrounding environment exist. That is why basic electronics engineering is mostly a foundation subject. That is why at the initial part of the program outcome 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has a great linkage with basic electronics, as well as program outcome 11 and 12 are also. So if we look at the modern tool uses, as well as the project initiative, as well as the foundation engineering concept, we are getting higher weightage for the basic electronics engineering with those program outcomes. And similarly, if we have some long target, that is after a long duration, we have a target to implement certain circuitry which is useful for the mankind. That type of target may be fulfilled, and that is lifelong learning has a great importance on basic electronics engineering, because we sometimes we have a future target of implementing any circuit or applications for the mankind. So that is why basic electronics are getting higher weightage in that part. The course has objective impart fundamental knowledge to understand the basic of semiconductor and components like diode, transistor, FET, MOSFET, and operational amplifier. It will be it would build mathematical and numerical background for design of electronic circuit and components value. Students equipped with the knowledge and training provided in the course will be able to participate in the design and development and operation in the different area of electronic systems. So therefore basic electronics has a widest domain of application, because it is dealing with the components which are required to implement electronic circuitry. So all the basic components are included regarding its description, input characteristics, output characteristics. So that is why whenever there is a project related work, basic electronics recalled. So that is why it has a long time application for students of any department, because in any department there is a project realization with electronic circuitry. For any domain, it involves uh, the concept of various components of basic electronics. So therefore this subject is truly important for any department. Hello, welcome to module 2 of basic electronics engineering. In this module we are discussing PN junction diode and its applications. In this class we will discuss first the introductory concept of the topic to be discussed. Here the clipper circuit is the topic, and regarding the clipper circuit, the designs of diode clipper circuit will be discussed first, and thereafter the type of clippers, that means what is clipper and what are its benefits, all these things, and the classifications, and thereafter the series positive clipper with positive bias, series positive clipper with negative bias, series negative clipper circuit with positive bias, and the series negative clipper with negative bias. So all these things will be covered in this class. The clipper circuit are nothing but a protection circuit for any electronic circuit. The voltage beyond a certain limit may harm electronic devices, so it is essential to protect the electronic devices, because electronic devices are working in low voltage. So sometimes due to some erroneous voltage in the line, some higher amount of voltage may appear in front of the circuits. So what will happen, those high voltage, that means the voltage which is excess compared to the operating voltage of electronic circuit, may damage the circuit and they will not be useful in future. So that is why some protection circuit is required, and that will help, that will protect the circuit, any sensitive circuit, from such voltage fluctuations. So clipper is a circuit which is protecting any sensitive circuit from such a voltage fluctuations. The protection of electronic devices can be achieved by using a clipper circuit. So we will see what is actually clipper circuit and what is its classifications and what are the various configurations, that means implementation of clipper circuit, all these things. A clipper is a device that removes either the positive half, top half, or negative half, that means the bottom half, or both positive and negative halves of the input AC signal. So fundamentally it has two kind, that means one is removing the positive half, that is why positive clipper, and the second is negative half, that is negative clipper. So therefore combinations are also possible, that means positive half as well as negative half could be removed. In some cases the clipper removes a small portion of the positive half or negative half cycle, or both the positive or negative half cycle. So that means either the positive half cycle may be removed of a sinusoidal signal or any periodic signal. It may happen that periodic signal is applied to the circuit and it completely removes the negative half, that means the negative clipper. And sometimes it may happen a certain amount of positive voltage, that means there is some threshold level beyond which the positive voltage will be suppressed. So it is removing not the fully positive half, but it is little amount of positive voltage beyond the threshold has been removed. Similarly, there might have some threshold in the negative voltage, so that below that negative threshold the negative voltage may be removed. Okay, so these are partial operation of the clipper circuit. The combination of such partial is also possible, that means combination of partly positive half, partly negative half may be removed using one circuit. So these are all circuit arrangements so that the clipper circuit will be able to perform such specific job depending on specific requirement, because in many cases the circuit has different types of requirement. Sometimes it is requiring the positive half should be completely removed, so therefore positive clipper circuit is required. Sometimes it happens that negative half of the signal required to be completely removed, so at that time it is a negative clipper. So positive clipper, negative clipper, as well as its combinations, as well as partial positive clipper, partial negative clipper, and their combinations, all possible combinations are possible. So therefore there are numerous circuit possible using clipper, but there are very fundamental concept. If we understand, then the combination of the fundamental concept will produce variety of such circuit, and they will not be difficult to explain, because if you have the concept clear, then using the variation or mixing of such concept, you will create several types of clipper circuit. So let us go into the clipper circuit. So it's a typical clipper circuit. In this circuit, it is constituted by one diode and one resistor. So circuit is very simple. In the series, there is one diode in which the negative side, that means the N side, is facing the input voltage, and the P side is facing the output voltage. So this is called series connection of the diode. And the vertical connection, that means the shunt connection, is connected with a resistor. So in this case, the input voltage is sinusoidal, as we see that it is starting from 0 voltage and it is gradually increasing towards the maximum value, that is plus Vmax, and thereafter it is going down to the minus Vmax, and in this way the oscillating signal which is applied to the input to the circuit, and this is written as series positive clipper circuit. So therefore in this series positive clipper, how it is working, why it is series, because diode is connected in the series connection. Okay, so diode connection is series connection, that is why it is a series clipper. And why it is positive clipper, because if we see the output, if we observe the output waveform does not have any positive sweep of the input signal. So that is why positive sweep of the input signal is completely removed. So therefore it is a simple positive clipper. It is not the partial, it is the complete removal of the positive half cycle. So somewhere you can compare this circuit with the rectifier. In the rectifier also, one half of the cycle is completely removed, and it is obviously look like a rectifier. But the connection of the diode is normally one direction or other direction like that. But here the bidirectional connection of the diode is possible. That means sometimes diode may be connected with negative side on the input side, or sometimes it may be happening the negative side is facing the output side. So we are not describing the classification right now, but right now we are trying to understand how the clipper circuit works. Later on in this presentation, we will go for the classification of the clipper circuit, and there we will discuss the variations of the clipper circuit. So here from this figure, one thing is clear, that what are the components required for realization of the clipper circuit. One is diode, another is resistance, and the diode here connected in series, as we have pointed out in the beginning, that in the series connection, the horizontal connection, the diode present, and in the vertical connection, that is a shunt connection, there is a resistance is present. So therefore the input signal is sinusoidal, and we are getting the output signal that is also sinusoidal, but the positive half has been completely removed. So therefore it is a positive clipper circuit. Now let us go to the next slide, where the types of the clipper circuit has been explained. That means what are the various types. As we already have seen, the series positive clipper, that means positive side has been completely removed, and there is also a series positive clipper with bias. We may include a bias voltage, a simple DC battery voltage within the circuit. We will see the circuit after this slide, and there we will see that there is a small battery voltage which is providing some bias voltage, and therefore the series positive clipper becomes not completely removing the positive half cycle, but it is partially removing the positive half cycle, and we are getting the series positive clipper with bias. So we are not using the term partial, but we are telling that it is a series positive clipper with bias. So whenever with bias it is written, we will understand that there must have the partial removal of either positive half cycle or negative half cycle. So as it is written positive clipper, therefore partial removal of positive half cycle is possible because of the presence of the word bias. Okay. Similarly, there is a series negative clipper. In case of series negative clipper, the negative half cycle has been removed. Okay, that is completely removed because there is no term bias is written. But in the fourth line, if we see the category series negative clipper with bias, that means the bias voltage is applied and we are getting it is a negative clipper. So that means the negative half cycle has not been completely removed, but the partial removal has been occurred. Thereafter, shunt positive clipper. Now, what is shunt positive clipper? We will see there is a shunt connection of the diode exists, and it is positive clipper means positive half cycle has been completely removed. Again, shunt positive clipper with bias. That means the positive clipper circuit, it is a positive clipper circuit. That means the positive half cycle has been removed, but not completely because of the presence of the word bias. So, therefore, partial removal of the positive half cycle. The next is shunt negative clipper. In the shunt negative clipper, we are removing the complete negative half cycle because it is negative clipper, not bias is written. And why it is shunt? Because the diode is connected in shunt. Similarly, shunt negative clipper with bias. That means partial removal of negative half cycle with diode connected in the shunt branch. Thereafter, dual combination clipper. We will see it's a hybrid clipper where the series shunt, all this mixture of the circuit has been occurring, and we will find out what is the typical combination may provide some specific requirement of a circuit where the protection is required. So, we are always talking about the protection circuit because clipper circuit are nothing but a protection circuit where the unwanted level of voltage has been removed. Okay, so it may be either beyond positive voltage or it may be below the negative voltage. Now, here in this example, we are seeing it is a series positive clipper circuit with positive bias. So, with bias means bias may be positive, bias may be negative. So, in this case, what is happening? We are applying the positive half cycle to the input side of the diode, and that will not be instantaneously, that is not removing the total positive half cycle, but we are getting partial reduction of the positive half cycle. Now, let us consider before the input signal has been applied, what is the situation of the output? The output is a completely battery voltage because diode is open connected. So, output voltage was that means diode is not forward biased because if the input is not applied, diode is not forward biased. So, suppose at the input side we are applying the 0 voltage because when the sinusoidal voltage starts from 0, at that time the input side is short circuit or grounded. That means at that time diode is forward biased because on the right hand side of the diode there is a positive voltage VB, and we are considering it is well above the cut-in voltage. Therefore, diode is forward biased, and therefore through the diode the current is flowing. So, what happens here? The diode is forward biased, and therefore we are getting the output voltage which is almost equal to grounded voltage, because if we consider the cut-in voltage is almost equal to 0 volt, then we can tell the output voltage is almost ground when the input voltage is just starting from the 0 volt to uprise. So, now input voltage is gradually increasing. The diode will not be reverse biased because we are considering that VB is little above the cut-in voltage. So, that is why until and unless VB is more than Vi by the amount of cut-in voltage, the diode will conduct. So, therefore, when the diode is conducting, whatever is the input sinusoidal slope, that will be latched to the output. So, therefore, we are getting the output proportional to the input until and unless the diode is on. Okay. That means always when the diode is on, at that time we are getting the input signal latched to the output. Now, later on what will happen? The input voltage reaches a certain amount of threshold voltage which is almost equal to VB. At that time what will happen? It is trying to exceed VB. So, therefore, when it is exceeding VB, or it is the difference between VB and Vi is less than the cut-in voltage. Okay, so at that time diode is just off, and when the diode is off, we will not get any current through the diode. So, therefore, output will be equal to VB because there is no current is flowing through RL. So, RL is the load resistance through which no current is flowing. Therefore, the output voltage will be fixed at VB. Later on what will happen? Then again it will happen that the input voltage is falling below VB because the negative half cycle is coming. So, at that time diode is again on, and therefore you are getting the slope of the input latched to the output, and until and unless the input is again exceeding VB for the next clock period, or next time period, it will be uh, completely proportional to the input signal. So therefore input is proportional to output, or we can say output is proportional to input whenever the input is less than VB by the amount of cut-in voltage at least or more. Okay, so therefore it is very much clear that input signal has not been completely chopped off in the positive half cycle, but there is a little amount of positive half cycle which has been chopped out because of the presence of the bias voltage. So bias determines the threshold. If we increase the battery voltage, the amount of clipping out of this positive half cycle will be reduced, and this will be increased if we reduce the amount of VB. So more and more we reduce VB, we will get more and more the input half cycle in the positive half will be chopped out. So here it is the series positive clipper with negative bias. In this series positive clipper with negative bias, if we observe carefully, what is happening here? The bias is called negative. That means the voltage, the battery voltage, bottom side positive and top side is negative. So that is why it is negative bias. Okay, and why it is series positive clipper? Because it is clipping out the positive side of the signal. That doesn't mean that this positive side may may not be reduced to the negative side, because we are considering from the side of positive half and from the side of negative half. So when the clipping is started from the side of positive half, we are telling it is positive clipper. But here the special thing is happening. What we should observe is that from the positive side it is clipping off and it is reaching the negative voltage minus VB. So up to the negative voltage minus VB from the positive side, all the voltage values are clipped off. That is why it is positive clipper, because the negative peak is present and clipping off has been started from the positive peak. That is why it is called positive clipper. So therefore here again, if we observe the circuit configuration, the diode negative side is connected to the input side and the output side is connected to the latch. That means output is connected to the P side. So here if we observe the input signal when just starts, at that time what is happening? As minus VB is connected to P side of the diode, and if the input is 0, then the diode voltage, cut-in voltage 0.7 will not be occurring, because P side is lower compared to N side. Therefore diode is reverse bias. So when diode is reverse bias, there is no current flowing through the load resistance, and at that time minus VB is latched to the output. So therefore minus VB will be maintained at the output until and unless the input side falls below minus VB. So when the input side falls below minus VB, at that time diode is on, and then only we are getting the negative cycle of the input signal latched to the output. So this is the specialty of this circuit, and so that's all about the circuit. Here this is the series negative clipper. Now in the series negative clipper, what is happening? The input again AC signal, and here a simple circuit, that is right side is negative side of the diode, which is connected to the V0, and the left side is the P side, which is connected to the input signal. Now what is happening here? Here again input signal is initially 0 volt and gradually it is rising, so diode is on. So whenever there is a positive cycle, diode is on, and when the negative cycle is starting, at that time right side is 0 volt and left side is falls below 0 volt, so therefore diode is off. So for negative cycle, diode is completely off, so it is a half wave rectifier type of circuit, and here it is showing that the negative cycle will not be appearing at the output, therefore it is a negative clipper circuit, and it is a series negative clipper circuit because diode is connected in series. The series negative clipper circuit with positive bias, as shown in this figure, the positive voltage of the battery is connected to the negative side of the diode, Now why it is a positive bias? Because top side is positive for the battery, that is why it is positive bias. Okay, and the diode will conduct or not conduct at the beginning. It will not conduct at the beginning because at the beginning Vi equal to 0 volt, and if we see the voltage of the battery, that is Vb, which is well above Vi, so input side need to be higher than the output side by little amount of voltage 0.7 until and unless diode will not be turned on. So therefore initially when the Vi is starting from 0 volt, diode will not be turned on until and unless the input voltage is exceeding Vi. So when the input voltage is exceeding Vb, at that time the diode is on, and we are getting the analog fluctuation, that is analog slope, signal slope at the output side. So when the input is exceeding Vb, at that time only we are getting the output is sinusoidal, otherwise the output is equal to constant bias voltage Vb. And this one, series negative clipper circuit with negative bias. So in this series negative clipper circuit with negative bias, we see that the negative voltage is applied to the inside of the diode, and the diode is in series connection. So therefore here the negative side of the signal has been clipped off. So where clipping has been started, from the negative peak of the signal, the clipping has been started. So that is why it is a negative clipper circuit, but it is not a complete negative clipper circuit because of the presence of bias voltage. So bias voltage is having the negative voltage at the top, that is why it is a negative bias, and output is equal to constant when, if the diode is off. And when the diode is off, when the input voltage is smaller compared to the minus Vb. So when the input is falling below minus Vb, only that part of time the diode is off and the output is latched to the negative voltage of the battery, and therefore we are getting the output is constant during that negative half cycle, and that partial clipping of the negative half cycle has been done, and that is why it is a series negative clipper with negative bias. Thank you.